We'll now look at the elements of ActiveCampaign. In terms of how ActiveCampaign is priced, it's structured based on first, the number of contacts that you have, and that's regardless of which plan you're going to be on. You'll have a base rate that you will pay. There are sending limits to ActiveCampaign. Each plan does have a monthly email send limit, and that's going to be calculated based on a multiple. And if you want to go over that amount, you can pay for an overage or you can move up to a higher tier plan. The higher tier plans do offer advanced features like a CRM, automation, and predictive selling with AI and custom reporting. Those are going to be more advanced in addition to what they are offering. ActiveCampaign does permit affiliate marketing, while at the same time emphasizes that you need to comply with anti-spam policies as well as best practices. Now, this is going to be a case where if you're going to use ActiveCampaign, it's a good idea not to send the naked link, but to send individuals to your website first and then have them click over to the vendor's product of which you are an affiliate. ActiveCampaign does provide tagging and segmentation that you can use across multiple lists. Because their implementation has already taken place where they have applied sending limits, you can expect it's unlikely to see additional pricing increases. However, you will want to monitor the sending limits in particular because a reduction in sending limits could be a de facto price increase. You can delegate some of the work over to an outsourcer or someone who is working on your team. They can have access to your account. ActiveCampaign integrates with a number of cloud-based platforms. Whether through direct integration or through webhook, you can typically access ActiveCampaign from many cloud-based services. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.